What's up everyone, welcome to Kart Life, all things Mario Kart and Mario Kart Tour, except today we're talking about my 5 favorite Nintendo Switch games that have come out so far. I love Nintendo. It's been the only system I've continuously played throughout my whole life growing up. And the Switch has been out for a while, and y'all have just gotten to know me over this year. Thanks so much if you're a subscriber. If it's your first time coming, check out the rest of the channel. It's usually Mario Kart Tour content and Mario Kart in general, but I love the whole Mario franchise as well as the Zelda franchise, Nintendo first party games, and there have been so many great games for the Switch already in just a few years. I thought, in an effort to get to know y'all a little better, share with you my favorite Switch games. My mod Ulysses, what's up man? He asked me the other day, what are 5 great Switch games to get? And I thought, I think a lot of people are actually just coming to the console for the first time. In fact, some people through my Discord and Mario Kart Tour I've realized don't have a Switch, and they'd like to know what games to play. Maybe that's you, and you'd like to know what are the must-buy games. Or maybe you've got a family member, a cousin, a nephew, or a niece, or whatever who's getting a Switch this Christmas, and you need to go get them a good game. I've been known to my friends my whole life as the guy who only plays Nintendo. I've never had Xbox or PlayStation, and I haven't played a lot of Switch games still. But I can promise you that the games I highlight today are going to be absolutely worth getting amazing experiences with these first-party Nintendo franchises, and a couple other things I want to tell you about. Indie games as well. So here are all my Switch games, and a few others I've downloaded, but I like to get hard copies. I don't know, I just like the cases, even though cases these days suck. They don't have instruction booklets or anything like back in my day. Okay, so number 5, I gotta go with Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've always wanted to play an Animal Crossing game. It sounds like a fun franchise. You make your own little world. You buy clothes, furniture, decorate your house, meet villagers, and kind of create this whole virtual little cute, adorable world. And it goes in real time with the normal calendar going on, with different events timed here and there. And this game dropped right when COVID hit. It was the perfect time for this game to come out, and thus it was one of the biggest games of the year. Everyone I know who's ever played video games played this game, and a lot of people I know who never play video games got this game. So if you have a kid in your life and you want to get them a great Christmas gift, even though about 9 months of Animal Crossing time has already passed, there's going to be ongoing things to do as you build your own island and make your own little paradise in Animal Crossing New Horizons. I reached a certain point where I had everything I wanted, every pinball machine, every playground item, and I even built a full Japanese garden in my island. I was so proud of it. I had my friends come over for a big catalog party where you can trade items. It's kind of a collector's game, and it's known for being just incredibly relaxing and tranquil, a very zen-like experience. Although making a bunch of money to pay off your debts, sometimes it gets a little bit too lifelike. We're trying to unload like hundreds of turnips that you bought. You'll understand when you play the game. Number 4 is Luigi's Mansion 3. Again, I'd never played any of the Luigi's Mansion games. I love Mario, you'd think I would have played this, but it just seemed too like niche-y. Luigi hunting ghosts in a haunted mansion. I've never been crazy about like the haunted boo levels. I'm not crazy about Halloween like some people are. So I had no context going into this game except for Egad was the little professor guy and Luigi is trying to catch ghosts. I got this game last Halloween and quickly found out the graphics of this game are so beautiful. It's such a well done game. No matter what genre it is, what holiday it's about, who's in it, it's just an amazingly beautiful game. And it's really fun. It's so fun. In fact, I've been savoring it for this entire year. I don't have a lot of time to play tons of games in depth. This little game called Mario Kart Tour keeps eating up a lot of my time. But I keep coming back to it and chip away, going one floor at a time through this massive skyscraper hotel. And whether you like spooky Halloween-y things, or you just like Luigi, or you just want to play a beautifully done game, I have to give so many props to the makers of this game for such a richly detailed world they made. This game rules. Get it. Number 3 is Super Mario Odyssey. It's the main Mario game for the Switch. It places Mario for the first time in a real world. At least that's how they unveiled it, as Mario comes into New Donk City in the Metro Kingdom, and you see human beings walking around for the first time. Turns out it's just one of many kingdoms that Mario travels to with Cappy, this new character that is a hat that Mario wears and can then throw onto any enemy and then become them. He captures them and you now operate as this other captured character. And this is the main gimmick of the game. Hats, outfits, and Mario kind of transforming into these different captured creatures in many kingdoms, none of which are familiar to the Mushroom Kingdom we know. Although, if you love the Mushroom Kingdom stuff, let's just say you won't be disappointed. This game is gorgeous, the music is amazing, the whole hat collecting thing, the hat shops. I mean, I've been playing every Mario game my whole life, all the 3D Mario games. I was a teenager when Mario 64 changed the game completely, making a 3D world you're exploring first person with Mario. To run around in these Cascade Kingdoms and the Luncheon Kingdom. You're even on the moon in anti-gravity sequences. The creativity of capturing these different baddies and becoming them, and you have whole new play control mechanics for each one of these. It's constantly engaging. There are hundreds and hundreds of moons to collect, which feel a little bit not as climactic as like getting a grand star or getting a shine, because there's just so many of them. And the thing about collecting these moons, it's really easy for a long time, and then it gets really hard, almost to an annoying degree. The first part was too easy, the second half was too hard. But still, these worlds, the Toast Arena world with the red sand, Mario rolling in a little ball down the hills, is so much fun. The only reason this game is not higher is because, I don't know, I gotta be honest, I was a huge Mario Galaxy fan and Galaxy 2, and because of, I don't know, the Wii sold really well, the Wii U did not, and I have this impression that Galaxy is just this underrated entry in the Mario 3D series. I thought Galaxy and Galaxy 2 were like the pinnacle for me. And I don't know, maybe it's just because we're going outside of the Mushroom Kingdom. I kind of wanted a new HD Nintendo Switch version of that. And instead we're in these other kingdoms. All of them are great, but there's something a little bit gimmicky about Mario Odyssey. Just like Sunshine kind of has an asterisk by it for having the water gimmick, this has Cappy. I'll look forward to what they do next with 3D Mario, let's just say that. But this game is amazing. The music is phenomenal. It's so fun collecting the hats and the outfits. You're gonna have an amazing time. And if you're new to Mario or to Nintendo in general, this is a great place to start. I still have moons to collect, actually, and I go back in there to try to get them again. Some of them are very hard to find, but they did an amazing job with this game. And if you get a Switch, you have to get Mario Odyssey. Number 2 is going to be a shocker. This is crazy, but just bear with me here. Like I said, my friends have always kind of given me crap for only playing Nintendo games. As a result, without an Xbox or PlayStation, I've missed out on some big games that never came to Nintendo. And I've looked at these games, like Fez is a great example. I was like, oh man, I wish it came to Nintendo so I could play it. Because I always felt like buying another system, I don't need even more games to play. I have too much to do already. Of all the games that have come out that I never got to play, there was one franchise that I've just been waiting and waiting and waiting for. And it finally came to the Switch in a beautiful, beautiful, perfect remaster of the original game, and it's Katamari Damacy. Reroll is the name on the Switch. Playing this game was like listening to a classic record you've always heard about as being this masterpiece, and you put it on your hi-fi and you put on your headphones and you get ready, and it's not only everything you hoped it would be, it is one of the best games you've ever played in your life. This game is incredible. We talk about in Japan how from Japanese culture comes these bizarre and mind-bending concepts for games that we could never think of. In this game, you're a tiny prince rolling up a little ball of microscopic things on the floor in a room of a house. By the end of it, you're rolling up entire worlds. It is a chaotic, cacophonous, kaleidoscopic celebration of image and music. The music is incredible. It's such a kind of WTF kind of concept for a game. It's unlike anything you've played before. And once you master the mechanics of rolling this ball around and doing little moves, it's so good. Each level is a challenge where you have a ticking clock and you have to reach a certain size by that time, and it's actually so well crafted where you're barely finishing the goal in the nick of time. That is great game design. Plus, you're looking for a hidden present in some of these levels, and that little hidden present could be one of the thousands of objects in that level. It's a game a lot of people played years ago, and there have been other games in the Katamari series where I hope that this game sells enough on Switch where they might do another remaster. But they didn't soup up the graphics. They actually took the original cool kind of geometric graphics and art style of the original game and just brought it to the Switch in the most perfect presentation with a little bit of a widescreen adaptation, which is the only adaptation we love to see. I bought this game for families and kids and friends I knew last Christmas, and it's always been such a huge hit, and it's only $30. You could probably find it for less on sale. Just trust me on this one. Katamari Damacy is so good, and it's absolutely one of my favorite games I've ever played, so I have to put it right here at number 2 on the Switch list. Number 1 is not going to surprise anyone because Breath of the Wild, I could actually come out here and say it's the greatest game of all time, and there would be a lot of people in the gaming community who would not disagree with me or tell me otherwise, because it truly is. Zelda, 35 years old now, this franchise, as iconic as Mario, but in a fantasy realm. If you love Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, whatever, and you haven't played Zelda, this is your time. Breath of the Wild is an open world masterpiece. You're exploring an entire Hyrule map where you can go anywhere you want at any time and unlock an epic series of quests and shrines, each shrine being a puzzle into itself that you have to solve. Meeting characters, doing quests, eventually reawakening the 4 ancient divine beasts as you learn this backstory of a Hyrule that has fallen into slumber, as Link has, waking up after some hundreds of years and trying to recall his memory of what happened to Hyrule and the Great Calamity and Ganon's manifestation as the Great Calamity. The story as such is kind of hidden in these memories as you're piecing together the story. Zelda, of course, the princess who helped ward off Ganon back in that time. So it's this epic fantasy game, but the way it's rendered, the mixture of realism and kind of a Japanese animation aesthetic to the way the grass blows, or the sound design, the music, the sparse piano music as you explore the open fields of Hyrule, exploring Death Mountain and the Goron City and the Gerudo Desert, all these different terrains, towns. There's horses you adopt and ride, and you're collecting all this inventory as you go, food that you cook with, outfits to wear, and dye custom colors. So you're customizing your own experience, and there's no right or wrong way to play this game. In fact, the absolute best thing about Breath of the Wild is that everyone plays it in their own unique way, and you can do the whole game in any sequence of events. How you do the game is your own story, your own narrative, and when you have a friend who plays this game, and if you played the game, you know what I mean here, watching a friend play this game and seeing how they do it, I can assure you is almost as fun as playing the game for yourself, because no two people play the game the same way. And it's so exciting to know that you have friends playing the game, they're about to discover this or that or this, and you give them little tips along the way. That's how unique and memorable this game is. If you know, you know, and most of you do know. But if you don't know, this is the Nintendo Switch game. And it set the bar so high for what is to come with Zelda. A sequel is in the works. It's by far the most anticipated game for me or anyone I know who's played this game or plays Nintendo at all. I can't wait to see what they do with it. And that is the top 5. So no Mario Kart game? Honorable mentions time. Of course, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. The only reason this is not in my top 5 or top 3 or even, well, it wouldn't be Breath of the Wild, but is because this game is years old now. It came out on the Wii U, which no one except me bought. I already played this game to death years and years ago. They re-released this game, as well as lots of others, in a deluxe edition for the Switch. Yes, the graphics are better. It looks incredible. This is the pinnacle of Mario Kart in a way. Every Mario Kart game has gotten better and better and better with the graphics, the music, the play control. This is an incredible game. And if you love Mario Kart and you're getting a Switch, you do have to get this. It's amazing. I'm just tired of it. Thankfully, we got Mario Kart Tour, and if you know, you know. Amazing game, and it has not gotten boring at all. In fact, it's going to go on for a while longer until we get Mario Kart 9. But the only reason it didn't make my top 5 is I played it to death. But if you're getting a Switch and you love Mario Kart, or someone in your family is, you got to go with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Also, if you're playing Animal Crossing or Mario Kart or other games where you want to play people online, you got to get a Nintendo Online subscription. It's $20 a year. But the cool thing is, it comes with NES and SNES. Yes, the original Nintendo and Super Nintendo, a collection of games for each, where you can play Super Mario World, the original Super Mario Kart, Donkey Kong Country, you name it. You can play these in an emulation style. You can even create save points and back up when you make a mistake. This is a great thing for the Switch. And the new Super Mario 35, which is a fast-paced, like kind of lightning round deathmatch set in the original Super Mario Brothers game. This is available only for a couple more months for the Mario 35th anniversary celebration. Speaking of that, Mario 3D All-Stars is awesome. Especially if you've never played Mario 64 or Mario Sunshine or Mario Galaxy, these seminal Mario 3D games, you've got to try them in this new remaster edition. Again, they didn't change anything about these games, they just brought them to the Switch in their original form, looking better than ever. For younger players especially, it's essential to go through and check out these classic games in this pack, which is only available, again, for another couple months. Speaking of Mario, honestly, Paper Mario the Origami King was really beautifully done. The battle system where you're circling around in a puzzle style, it does get a little old, and there are sections of this game that are a little bit of a slog. But the world building overall, the Japanese movie studio you go to, Toad Town, and Sniffet City in the desert, these are amazing worlds. And the graphics and music of this game are wonderful. It's also really funny. A lot of hardcore Paper Mario fans have really bemoaned the state of the franchise. It hasn't really returned return to its true RPG form in this game, but it's still really, really fun if you love Mario, and it's beautiful and adorable. As for other Mario stuff, Mario Tennis Aces is really good. Mario Party, not so good. Check out Switch Stop for more about this. Although there is a Kamek level, which is awesome. And some of the mini games are really fun. I actually think it's kind of a fun game. Then of course you got Mario Maker 2, where you build your own insane levels, play thousands of insane levels. It's really wild and really fun to check out. And Yoshi's Crafted World, speaking of adorable, if you have younger kids or if you just love Yoshi and cute things, this is a really, really, really well done game. It's pretty easy, it's fun, it's light. Following in the tradition of crafted paper, origami, handmade things, Japan loves this. With Yoshi's Woolly World, which is a little bit better than this game, and now Crafted World, you have more of that aesthetic. Also, through the Nintendo eShop, there are tons of amazing indie games, a lot of which I've always wanted to play, once again, like Inside and Limbo, Firewatch, Cuphead, which is unbelievably beautifully done, and extremely hard as well. Untitled Goose Game, A Short Hike, and Superliminal, 3 amazing indie games that came out this year that really break the mold of what a game looks like and feels like. These are little masterpieces that you really have to try, and you can get them all through the Nintendo eShop when you get a Switch. Lastly, if you're a Zelda fan and want more, you have the new Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. It tells more of the backstory of Breath of the Wild with some interesting implications for the sequel. You've also got this remake of Zelda Link's Awakening. Again, crafted, cute, adorable, miniature, remastered games. It almost looks like everything in this game is made out of little clay models. It's a remake of the Game Boy game. It's a unique game. It's a top-down 2D Zelda game, but it's really cute. If you want more Zelda, definitely try this. It's really fun. The one game I'm most excited to play that I have not yet is Ni no Kuni. This is a game made by Studio Ghibli. Yes, the studio that made My Neighbor Totoro, Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, and more. This is their game. I've always wanted to play it. It finally came to Switch, and when there's finally nothing to do and I'm not playing Mario Kart Tour anymore, I cannot wait to play this game. And if you're a Pokemon fan, the bad news is there's not a great Pokemon game on Switch yet. You've got Sword and Shield, but the reviews were so bad. Honestly, I got into Pokemon a lot the past couple of years, and I didn't even buy it. And none of my Pokemon friends even bought it. That's how bad the reviews were. So don't worry about Sword and Shield unless you're a completist. If you're new to Pokemon, the Let's Go series are a fun remake of the original Pokemon game for Game Boy, but meant to bring in the Pokemon Go mobile players with the little catch format. And it's really cute. My niece just started playing it and she loves it. Hi, Belle. But what you want to do is wait for new Pokemon Snap. Pokemon Snap for the 64 was an amazing game. I actually just discovered the past couple of years with my friend Moon, and they're doing a new version of Pokemon Snap, a whole new game where you're taking photos of Pokemon on a safari. It looks stunning, and that is coming next year. Not a mainline Pokemon game, but a great spin-off you can look forward to. Also got Super Mario 3D World Deluxe coming out next year. It should be fun. It's another port, yet another Wii U port like New Super Mario Bros. Wii, which is also out on Switch. You got a lot of Mario to work with, but check out the games I recommended today. I know you'll have a great time and a great holiday with your Switch, or if you've had one, hopefully you discovered something through this video. So thank you for coming. Thanks for tuning into this kind of special diversion I did here on Kart Life. Back to all things Mario Kart in my next video. Please subscribe if you want to tune in for that. Leave a comment and a like. Let me know what your favorite Nintendo Switch games are and what you discovered through this video. Appreciate you tuning in. Y'all be well, stay home, stay safe, be kind to one another, and we'll talk to you soon.